He's here. He's here.
It's Father Christmas. Hello there, and welcome to another More Movies React. My name's Greg Fisher, his name's David Roberts, and in these videos we like to watch a trailer for a forthcoming film, have a little chat about it, react to it, all that kind of stuff. How's it going, Dave?
I'm pretty damn well, sir, and how are you?
I'm not too bad myself, thank you. This week I thought we would react to the trailer for the forthcoming Robert Eggers film, The Northman, which is highly anticipated by people like ourselves who are fans of Robert Eggers. This one, from what I can gather, is about Vikings. Do you know much about Vikings? You ever watch that show, Vikings?
I didn't watch the show, but I learned a lot about them in primary school. We did all that, the invasion and the horny helmeted Vikings invading Britain, and all that. It was.
Did you ever go to York?
I haven't been to York, actually. It's one of the places I haven't been. But
that's where we used to get taken in school. Learn about the Vikings, go to York, go to the Viking Museum, all of that.
A primitive culture like the Vikings might have worshipped them as deities.
This one's been in the pipes for a while. I think he's a really interesting filmmaker. I love The Witch. I love The Lighthouse. And now this one is set to be released this year at some point. The trailer just came out a couple of weeks ago before Christmas, so we didn't really have time to record a reaction to it then, so we've left it till now. But, I am excited for this one, even without seeing anything. It's just going to, I trust him as a filmmaker. I think it's going to be a very interesting production.
Yeah, I think he's done two brilliant films to start things off, and so having seen what he's done so far, it's very exciting to see where he goes next, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's definitely a director you see as this is a guy that's going to be on the up, and
I think he's going to be one of the greats, to be honest.
Yeah,
if he carries on the way he's been going. I know it's early days, but imagine you'd seen like Mean Streets and Taxi Driver of Scorsese, then I think it'd be a good indication that he's going to be one of the greats.
Yeah.
And, I kind of feel like that about this guy, is in a modern sense that he could do anything. And, look at the subject matter. The first one's about, the witch, New England, that sort of time period. Then you've got The Lighthouse, which is, early 20th century, a black and white movie in 4:3 and all that. Very strange film. Now he's got one about Vikings, so he could do anything, I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I like Vikings. Do you remember that movie with Kirk Douglas, the old film, The Vikings? It was an absolute classic. You must have seen that. Tony Curtis.
I don't remember that one, to be honest.
Oh, mate, you are in for a treat. That one is an absolute classic. Yeah, we should cover it, actually, at some point on the podcast, because it's such an epic film. Anyway, I digress.
It's actually one, thinking about it, Vikings, it's not done as much, is it? Like, obviously Romans gets done to death in film, and Egyptians and that, those kind of older civilizations, but I can't think of many that Viking based. There's a couple, obviously.
There's that classic with Kirk Douglas. Obviously, there was the long running series which started on the History Channel, and then I think it got bought out by someone else because it became quite big and popular. I watched the first couple of seasons of that. It was very good. It was based in loosely, in fact, Ragnar Lothbrok, the original Viking king, and he came over to Britain and all sorts, and. Yeah, that was all covered in that. It was very popular. I think it might even still be running. If not, it's only just finished because they kind of extended it, ran to God knows how many seasons. In the 80s, there was a thing called Eric the Viking, which was it wasn't a massive hit or anything, but it was kind of, a Viking movie I can think of. So there was that one with Mads Mikkelsen, Valhalla Rising, a couple of years ago, which is kind of a Viking thing, was a Viking thing. So that does get done, but, let's have a look at this one anyway and see what's going on. Yeah, long boats, horn, helmets, craziness, pagan ways, Nordic gods, all of that. Let's check it out. Ooh, straight into it there.
Now, behold.
here. He's here.
It's Father Christmas.
Mother! Father is here! The king, my lady. The king.
Nicole Kidman.
Your fate is
Willem Dafoe
Willem
is
Dafoe.
back.
Yes.
How I've missed you, my son. One day this kingdom will be yours.
Thank you, Father.
My kingdom.
Oh, it's Ethan Hawke.
Don't let the snow, mate. It's disgusting.
Oh dear. That's Björk.
I can feel now. I will avenge you, Father! I will save you, Mother! I will kill you, Fiona!
I will avenge you, Father. I will save you, Mother.
Alexander Skarsgård.
Why would he stow away to such a hellish place?
To find what was stolen from me.
Anya.
What is that?
The kingdom.
You must choose between kindness for your kin or hate for your enemies.
Was that Skarsgård's father? Stellan.
I have the cunning to break their minds.
And night by night, we will carry out my pledge of vengeance. I will avenge you, Father.
I will avenge you, Father.
That was pretty cool.
I will save you, Mother.
I will save you, Mother.
I will kill you, Fiona.
Have it. The Valkyrie. I like that font. He's used the like rune stones kind of font there.
One of the things really stood out to me there, comparing it to his previous two films, scale. Like the scale of this is
A lot bigger.
a lot bigger. There's a lot of stuff here, a lot going on, a lot more locations.
He's got more money, basically, and that's fair enough. I mean, that's what you do, isn't it? He's proved
Yeah,
himself
that's
with some cheaper productions, and they've thrown more money at him for this one. And yeah, it's on a bigger scale. Thank God for that. I mean, you need to if you're going to do a big epic revenge story like this. I mean, something I found really interesting there, one shot in particular, was that volcano, because obviously you get the volcanoes in Iceland and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much you get them in other parts of Scandinavia, like this side of Scandinavia, but that was kind of cool. That little scene with Björk there, looking like some sort of a witch again, looked like quite spooky.
Just striking images, isn't it? He's like, he knows how to paint it.
He uses all the
picture,
elements.
obviously.
Look at that, like the waves, the water there, and then you've got shots with the fire's raging, buildings burning, big bonfires. Obviously, they're all covered in earth and mud and blood and stuff like that. So he's very good at using all of the natural elements, isn't he, to paint his stories with, which is a good idea when you're looking back in the past, which all of them have done so far. I mean, he hasn't done anything that's contemporary yet.
Yes, it would be interesting to see him do something more modern. It would be interesting to see his take on it. But big generational story with this, and a huge cast to complement it, which is
a lot of dependables, there. Obviously Ethan Hawke, people like that. Nicole Kidman, I haven't seen her in anything for quite a while, so it's kind of nice to see her. She never seems to age.
No,
To use the old adage, she must have a painting in the attic there or something, because she's
a
still
very good plastic surgeon.
Sometimes I employ a plastic surgeon.
She's certainly got the money for that. Anya Taylor-Joy, she's back playing an interesting part.
Skarsgård, Dafoe, of course, one of our favourites. Fantastic.
Always great. If you know Willem Dafoe's going to be in it, even if it's a really cruddy movie, he's going to be fun in it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's
a great cast, and it looks massive, and it looks very pretty. It didn't really give much away apart from the fact of this kind of revenge. idea. So
I think that's basically it as well, isn't it? It's like, he's a young boy, heir to the throne, Viking king or whatever, and his dad gets offed by his uncle, so it's very Shakespearean in that way, sort of like, overtones of Hamlet, things like that. Who was, of course, the Danish, so, not a million miles removed from the ancestry. But it looks really interesting, strikingly visually striking. One to see on the big screen, I'd say as well. Definitely would be
big picture stuff and a lot of action in this one.
Loads of battle action. Axes, swords, spears. That thing with a spear where he catches the spear and throws it back. It was like, this guy's got skills.
A bit like Lord of the Rings was one to see on the big screen. This is again one to see on up there. Big picture. It's
definitely very exciting. What do you think? Are you fans of Robert Eggers? Do you like his previous films, The Witch and The Lighthouse? I mean, they're not everybody's cup of tea, to be honest. I mean, I can imagine some people watching The Lighthouse and going, what the hell? But we obviously talked about that on a previous podcast. If you wanted to go back on the channel there and have a look at us talking about The Lighthouse, we'll put a link in the description below because we've both found that a very interesting film. I'm excited to see this one. So, can't wait. Cannot wait. Been a long time waiting because it's been, they've been talking about this for a while. So it's nice to actually see now what it's looking like, what kind of scale it is, as you said, and what kind of film it is. It looks brilliant.
It does. It looks fantastic. And you say it has been a while, and obviously, I think COVID obviously probably got in the way and stuff like that. So it'd be very interesting to see it finally come out and see how good his next piece is. And you say, we're excited about him as a director. So, fascinating to see.
It was said at the start from the visionary director, Robert Eggers. So he's starting to get those sort of prefaces on his name now. So good for him. So let us know your thoughts in the comments below. It would be wonderful to know what you think of this movie. Please subscribe to the channel here. Hit the notification button so you know when we're uploading new content, which we do every single week. And I think that's it from us, Dave. Any final thoughts?
Well, just horny Vikings.
That's good enough for me. Keep watching more movies.
That's it for this video. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. And remember to like, share and subscribe right here on YouTube. For more film reviews and articles, check out our website, moremovies.co.uk. And join us on social media at More Movies For You. That's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all across the board. You know the score. If you enjoy what we do, please consider supporting us at buymeacoffee.com or join us on one of our packages on Patreon. The links are in the description down below. And for more filmtastic content, click one of the buttons on screen now.